Let's get it. What up? What it is? What it do? Oh, that could have been horrible. Grounded Goat, Iris Rising, Wild Magi, Aqua, Elliot, Deb K, Immortal Star Fan. What's up, Chad? What's up, Bonnie? What's up, Iman, Silver? Thank you, one and all, for joining. This is really, whenever you see an emergency transit update live, I'm more wanting to utilize the live numbers so that we could be a bookmark. These lives are both time capsules as much as they are energetic bookmarks that you can look up in the future and see as a stamp with our consciousness as the stamp and bookmark. As such, if you're here right now live, thank you. I'm going to do a pretty quick ritual. Shout out to the major synchronicity alert. Shout out to those of you who just came through. What's up, Jay Leaves? What's up, Tiana? What's up, Water Dog? What's up, Leanne? What's up, Theresa? What's up, Trisha? What's up, Sharon? What's up, Lucy? What's up, Brown? Lynn? Ariana, Amy, Chief. What's up, one and all? Once again, this specific transit update as well, which I'm going to continue to make a trend. So whenever I find like really important aspects, if you can make it, I want to at least reinforce them with like mini rituals. Once again, just so our intent serves as like a bookmark that we can begin to, at a deeper level, map out actual effects, evidence, the whole shebang. This is one such transit I wanted to take advantage of. Right now, as we speak, the moon is 1 degrees Capricorn, directly opposite the North Node, and Mercury is 3 degrees on Chiron. If we think of Chiron as the same North Nodal position, or the same degree that we had the new moon at. Shout out to Elliot Arno in the building. What's up, bro? Looks like we got all the gang here. Shout out to Astro Phoenix. Did anyone notice that Easter this year coincides with the last day of Pisces season in Vedic astrology? Just an observation I thought was interesting. That is very interesting. Shout out to the Vedics. 23 degrees Aries is technically 0 degrees Aries. So, technically, according to that system, we are just starting Aries season. This is really, really, really interesting, actually. That's kind of really symbolic. Kind of got to give it up to constellation-based astrology there, because there is some wisdom in it. But yeah, is there something going on with the Galactic Center today too? Maybe not directly, but in a way, yeah, the moon just passed it. But if you're here right now, okay, congratulations. We're taking a part, let's say, in some type of grab bag. And I think it's even better that this is Easter, symbolically, that this is happening. Saturn is 1 degrees Aquarius. So if we think of the new moon in Aries as really wrapping up on an incredible completion of your character and now finalizing the hardware, you're getting ready to beta test. Let's say a software and hardware developer are now giving you the video game to beta test your reality, to beta test your new abilities. Or let's just say Saturn is that car, right? you're finally being given the keys here. The new moon in Aries was supposed to really be you coming into your awareness as a beta tester, as someone who's the owner of this vehicle. The full moon in Libra was supposed to be you wearing the costume. You know, if you found out you're a Power Ranger and you have these abilities, well, moon in Libra was, okay, well, this is my Power Ranger costume. It's not enough that I have this ability. I'm representing a core. I'm representing people outside of just me. And now, you know, before we get to that, does that make sense to you guys? Would you say personally, since the new moon in Aries, it should feel, and for some of you, this is probably more subtle, but it should feel that you've developed a completed sense of your powers, superpowers. I say superpowers, but this could just be the consistency of running every day. And you notice that you run faster, or you're able to add in a whole nother exercise to what you do. Well, this is where now that the moon is at the third quarter square in Capricorn, you're completing this. See, new moon in Aries was the decision to make the Rasengan. The moon in Capricorn, the Rasengan, finally has form. It's a nature manipulation. It's not nature manipulation. It's a shape manipulation of chakra that has now physically manifested, right? Horrible analogy somehow, but the moon in Capricorn is taking that new moon spark in Aries and it's completing this first step of your power, so that from this third quarter square to the new moon in Taurus, you're manifesting this so that you can try out this bad boy. See, the experience of beta testing this car, the experience of actually beta testing it and like coming into insight, that's Gemini season. That's Venus in Gemini right now. Taurus season is going to go in more into the mechanics. What are the features in the car? All that. But, you know, and this is very important. The new moon in Taurus that we're going to have right now is going to feature Mercury, mental processing ability through your five senses on Uranus, which is manifesting a super conscious understanding of your identity in Taurus. First new moon cycle that we're having, while Saturn can anchor this in Aquarius. So it is literally you manifesting superpowers. Whereas everything up until now, you've awakened it, but in a conscious sense, you're literally manifesting it through your physiology, because the past 2 years, Saturn and Pluto were in the shop creating the body work of this, but now you can drive this so that Saturn can retrograde and you can take that car back into the shop so that for the rest of 2020, you can make the edits before you're out here post-quarantine utilizing your superpowers. It's kind of amazing, because what now until this retrograde, especially in Taurus season, represents is the actual process of actualizing your superpower and knowing it as a superpower, as opposed to some unconscious habit that rules your lifestyle. You're now completing this. So whereas, let's just say the new moon in Aries was you just backflipping. Is this supposed to feel good? For some of you, it may feel like hell, because we're talking about a process where you're having to shed core aspects of you. And that might not be painful. It really depends on if you're a masochist or not. But okay, let's say you're backflipping over and over. That's just raw potential, right? And now we had this full moon where you now realized, okay, instead of just backflipping over and over, I made a technique where I can backflip 3 times in a row. And you've called it something. And now this third quarter square is utilizing this triple backflip in a way that positions you somewhere in society. This is what's going to see. What's going to happen is Right now, the moon is 1 degree on the south node. So the south node is completing this unlocking facet of your power. Pluto came in Capricorn 2008. Saturn joined the party 2017. And for the past 2.5 years, really, we've been finalizing production. And so Saturn at the south node at 1 degrees Capricorn is the final, it's like the final screw that has to be plugged in before you can unlock this and really use it. This is it. This is it. It's like, think about it. The sun is 23 degrees. Right as the sun goes 24, 25, square Pluto and Jupiter, the moon is going to be transiting through Capricorn. We're going to be unlocking this finally in the south node, and then it's going to go over Pluto, awaken it one last time. It's going to go over Jupiter, evolve it. It's going to go over Saturn in Aqua and Mars in Aqua. Boom, boom. And this is going to be compressed. So think about this. Let me screw your mind up. Every single moon transit from here on forward, and this is going to be the trend. Like, we only get a breather coming out of Cancer, then we go through Libra, and we get the opposition flavor, and now we're coming back into the gauntlet. So each time we come back into the gauntlet, it's more intense. It's trial by fire. And you're being hit with catalysts where you have to really, be hit with challenges so that you can develop your power. So once again, this is where I do invite you to challenge. Thankfully, I'm so grateful you guys said this is spot on, because many of you guys embracing this type of rhetoric and ideology, you're the front runners. You're literally the pioneers. There are a lot of people who have abilities that rule it out to coincidence or just hide it. Because if you think about the psychology of having unique quirks, you're not really going to tell people if you feel like it's going to make you feel outcasted or weird. So the main part of this revival isn't people awakening superpowers. People have awakened superpowers 71 and 89. At this point, it's genetic. This period is people coming out the closet. So I apologize, because there's a deeper awakening that's occurring where people are coming into collective power. But as far as like abilities, enhanced abilities, you guys have been born with this. So this is really, we're reaching a critical point in society where people are coming out with their abilities you've been awakened that just so happen to also be evolving at the same time to the next level, which is going to incorporate y'all, all of us kind of coming together, which is why this moment is so dope. Okay, so once again, we're in the gauntlet, and this is where the concept of enhanced abilities, enhanced cognitive function, literal supernatural ability that seemingly goes against the laws of physics. Does it goes against the law of physics? No, it just incorporates, I don't even need to wear this. It just incorporates phenomena outside of this third dimensional awareness that will now make it seem like it breaks the laws of physics. But you're opening up the door for new rhetoric, new science to be created, new discoveries, new elements. And the thing about discovering new science is that as you, a pioneer, are using yourself as a vessel to uncover this, it will contradict current science. For example, people used to think the world was flat way before people started believing it's flat again. And so there were people who were able to calculate the round nature of the earth. And when they did that, they were seen as wrong. They were probably seen as pseudoscientific. Does that make sense? Theories about gravity, theories about a heliocentric earth or geocentric earth where everything revolves around the earth. Scholars who decided and proved that it revolves around the sun at first were probably seen, or at least probably had to break through the conventional norm, if that makes sense. This is one of those aspects where the fundamental dynamic processes behind biology, physics, quantum mechanics themselves, they're all being reworked. They're all being re-understood. Imagine if every single thing that we discovered was based on an illusion. Like the facts are right, like everything we picked up are right, but the basis with which we calculated it was based on a perception that may not necessarily be accurate. For example, and I'm not saying this is true, but for example, we perceive gravity falling at 9.8 meters per second square. Thankfully, we use tools that are independent of our perception, but let's just assume that, maybe gravity doesn't fall at 9.8 meters per second squared. Gravity falls at 9.8 meters per second squared based off what we perceive. Maybe we may realize that the real measurements of this is something starkly different, but our human perception allows us to only see a certain thing. So, it makes you realize the facts that we have are facts relative to our perception. And this is just an example. This is the example of realizing that everything that we have realized was based off of calculations that are being adjusted. And you are the adjustment. You are the case study. You are the revolutionary. You're bringing in your understanding of yourself and connecting with other people. See, this is really where we get into the age of Aquarius with it. Aquarius is the collective, which is omniscience, because everybody is a piece of the puzzle. So where you lack understanding, theoretically, someone else has the answer you lack, and you are the answer someone else lacks. If everyone was to come together and to really put their piece of the puzzle together, it would create a puzzle. It would create a completed puzzle piece. And this is what Saturn and Aquarius is going to seek to do as it brings minds together. Especially, this is where the end of these cycles come into play, because last time Saturn was in Aqua, Pluto's in Scorpio. Before that, Pluto was probably like in Virgo. Okay, so this is the first time Saturn is in Aqua in an age where you're seeing the politics around the world be more inclusive and less exclusionary. So bright minds can now come together more so and share data and share information with this internet. So it's an explosive. But what I really want to gear to you is all the shit I've been talking about, supernatural power awakening. Everything about this is a deeply psychological process that's not just going to make sense at first, because we have to redefine the individual focus of processing what it even means, which is different for everyone because your powers are as unique as you. The rhetoric around how to deal with this as a collective is being created right now in midst of a quarantine, which is just so very timed perfectly. Regarding whatever theories you may have behind this, it doesn't change the fact that this collective activation, awakening, and evolution of your power is kicking off now, in the sense that's going to officially transition this from an unconscious and subconscious aspect to now a conscious and super conscious aspect. The unconscious aspect of this was to clear your relationship with magic and superpowers, with your habits, with your trauma, and with your unconscious awareness or receptivity. So this is where, like, you had to get out of your own way. And to clear this, to build this, it's not as simple as you just getting superpowers. You also incarnate in a Saturn group, in a North Node group. So you've inherited Saturnian superpowers, that all the rest of the people in your Saturn group have. You've inherited North Node karmic mission energy. This is all overlayered on your unique genetic and astral blueprint, so that the raw primordial energy everyone comes into is now filtered through your blueprint and unique expression, and you be you, right? You carry that spark of the creator. But this is only possible because of you, by the way, because of each and every single one of us playing our part. If we think of us as one galactic divine body, antibody cells of a higher power being an organism, this is us now reflecting what's happening above and stepping into our own inner evolution, because the more we evolve, the more this collectively evolves, right? So this is where now that Saturn is out of Capricorn, Pluto is coming out of Capricorn, Jupiter is at the end of Capricorn, you specifically, and this is more powerful for you if your Pluto is past Libra, okay? If your Pluto Virgo, it's not that this is less powerful for you, but you've already reached a state of mastery, so you're not coming into it, you're just more completing this. It's like been there, done that, actually. So this is so amazing, because now more than ever, you're coming into the final unlocking of this. And this is where this is going to be pretty sudden. We have this direct opposition. If you can look at planetwatcher.com, because I feel like if you have a visual of this, it's so much more powerful. Right now, as we're congregating, the moon is on the South Node. In another month, guys, the South Node is in Sagittarius, and nothing will ever be the same. You think shit is crazy now? Ha! Ramses is looking at you like, this is not even, you haven't even had your fourth plague yet. You think shit is crazy now? You have not seen a wild Sagittarius that did not get invited to the most epic party ever. And y'all know damn well that Sag was going to be the life of the party. Now that Sag is mad. Now that Sag wants you to feel its presence, because you thought you could play Sag, and now it's coming back. Okay, I don't know who forgot to invite Sag, but it is what it is. By the time we step into next month, South Node's in Sag, baby, and everything is changed forever. Venus is going to be retrograding, and like, this is it. This is it. This is the culmination. This is it. This is your breakthrough moment. Your whole breakthrough period was leading you up to this moment. Okay, so like from now to the 31st, because on the 31st, we're going to have a 6-degree Mercury conjunction with Uranus, and it all starts now. Okay, before I go into the most important part of this, the moon on the South Node in Capricorn is effectively unlocking your superpower. What does that mean? It was in the body shop before. That means your power at a deeply unconscious level has been awakening. All right, present progressive has been evolving with Jupiter. It's been coming up with updates, because this is supernatural ability we have here. So it's not something that just happens in a day. You don't just wake up super powerful. You don't just wake up an athlete. Psychic abilities and skills are like muscles. Neural pathways in your brain have to be built. You have to actually go through a lot of experiences, a lot of trauma. What this period represents is the bridge towards your trauma, guiding you to you now having definitive control over these psychic phenomena, over your experiences. Many of you are able to predict synchronicities before they happen. Before, they were just hitting you over the face. 2012, you saw a repeating number sequence. You were like, oh, now you know what it means. Now you know what's communicating with you. It's all synthesizing, because we're not there yet, but we're at that bridge. Because once again, at this final stage of awakening, the 1-degree South Node in Capricorn is the final unlocking. Okay, so we're going to unlock right now, and the ritual we're going to do is to petition to Capricorn as a vibration, and Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto to just complete our power. And we're just going to envision together a symbol and it'll manifest the symbol isn't even necessary. It's just customary. But the symbol is symbolism for our power to be unlocked and completed. Something that was already going to happen, but with 300 plus people envisioning together, it is like a signal to accelerate this process. And then the moon, thank you, Jawan. The moon is going to go over Jupiter and Pluto while this squares the sun. So it's like your awakening power, and then you're coming into another evolution and awakening, and then it's manifesting knowledge in your mind in Saturn. And then, okay, and this is where we get into the gauntlet. So before we get into the gauntlet, just so I can like explain why the next 6 weeks for you is going to be you manifesting literal energy. Think of Aries as an energy boost that you're going to utilize now to manifest. You had 3 hard weeks of really changing your life and coming into how amazing you are. You're getting ready to practically apply this. So when we think about quarter squares and mutable signs, we're going to start with mutable signs. Let's start with Pisces. When we think about quarter squares with Pisces, Pisces starts with the new moon in Pisces and imagination. Then it has the first quarter square, any mutable sign, new moon, first quarter square, full moon, and then third quarter square is an adjustment of perception, preparing you for a cardinal sign season. So you start in Pisces, you have this conclusion, wrapping up the cycle, and then you have the first quarter square in Gemini, the first perceptual check of this is what I imagine and dream. What's true about it, though? Because my imagination isn't always truth. My imagination is in a realm outside of reality, Virgo, that doesn't have to be true. It's what I want it to be. That's Pisces, right? That's an element of Pisces. So Gemini is the first quarter square. Hey, this is what is actually true. This isn't true. That's why it's a square. And then we have the full moon, which is, okay, this is what's real about what you imagine. So you're imagining that you want to make out with, a celebrity who looks like Kylie Jenner, and the reality is you're making out with your friend's sister who is named Kevin James. Okay, horrible analogy. I don't know why someone's sister would be named Kevin James, but like it's like Instagram versus reality, right? You think you're taking a sexy picture, but you kind of look dumb. You know what I mean? It's not as sexy as you thought. And this is where you can complete both, right? Like you might not get the dream to look how you want it, but you can actually, it's a horrible analogy. You can actually have like a realistic part of the dream come true. Like maybe you want a unicorn. The dream was to have a unicorn. And then the reality is you buy a car that has unicorn on it. So you technically got a unicorn. It wasn't really a unicorn, but you got a little bit what you want. And then you have the third quarter square with the moon and Sag. And this now shows you the vision of your dream. Yeah, this is what's real, but this is where you can take it. And it's supposed to adjust your focus so that once you know where you can take it, you step into Aries season, bam, it's time to go. I have now adjusted my focus. I've gotten rid of the illusions. I can take this completed perception into the cardinal. Then we start with Aries season. And the thing with Aries season, while Chiron is in Aries, is you're having to shed insecurity and the assertion of your character. This is where classism, racism, politics get brought up. Huge month for politics. As far as before we get into Taurus season, feeling your worth, which by now, if you don't feel like you're God's gift to earth and like, people should bow in your presence, or like if you don't feel like your shit don't stink, we're not telling you, stop trying to be humble. You need to be like super, you need to be more bougie than like my dark, twisted, beautiful fantasy Kanye. Like you need to be like super sure of yourself, like bordering on arrogant. Okay, let the universe humble you. but it's kind of like that right now. So this Aries season is all about like stepping up to attack seer character and putting them in their place, because you know already Saturn's in Aqua, so you know you're about it by now. You know you're way more than what you expect, right? So the Aries checks are all about making sure your sense of self is in line with sincerity and integrity. Or any cardinal sign checks your character to prepare you for the fixed sign energy of now manifesting it. And then we change immutable signs perception, take action in cardinal, manifest it again and fix. So this is really important because we have the new moon in Aries. Bam, I see myself in this way now. First quarter square in Cancer. This is who I am, but is the way I feel about it sincere? Do I really feel like this is who I am? I may not have that kind of confidence. Bam, grind through Virgo, full moon in Libra. Okay, this is who I think I am. This is who I am with other people. And so now I'm being put in check by how I can cooperate, but I'm also putting in check others too. And then bam, third quarter square, which is a final decision about who you are and what it means. Okay, so you have to make sure that your authenticity in Aries aligns with your integrity. Who you say you are you going to be that person every day? That whole shebang. Because the square aspect from Cancer to Libra hits a little different. Aries is more fundamental. But what this really means now, now that we've gone through the quarter square energy, what this really means is you have finally completed a fireball of energy that you've manifested. Capricorn is the final step to complete it and then put the cover in Aquarius and then now finalize it in Pisces. And then this is going to manifest once we step into Taurus season. The potential in Aries, that's just an idea really, is now getting ready to come real, even though you think an idea is Gemini, but like the concept of your identity is not tangible. I mean, I'm tangible, right? But when I say I am this or I am that, when I say like I am amazing, or when I say I am a mage, I'm going to wear clothes that asserts that, but that whole concept of that identity is not tangible. I mean, it can be, but this is what's coming into tangibility. So you've been working with an invisible, etheric essence of yourself that's coming to manifest now, because it's a Capricorn, and the moon in Capricorn makes a trine in Taurus. So this is the manifestation. This is a 2-week manifestation arc that's going to now bring into rather suddenly, uncomfortably, and randomly AF your superpowers. This is why I have to kind of like layer it. I didn't want to talk for 30 minutes, but I want to layer it like this because for some of you, even though this has been a process, for some of you, it's just going to hit like this. Boom. Like you just get struck by lightning. So let me now guide you through the gauntlet for the next 2 weeks. We're going to have because it's not just 2 weeks. We're going to go through this gauntlet for 2 weeks to the moon in Cancer. Then we're going to go through it again. Because then we're going to have to pose everything that we conjunct the gauntlet. And guess what, y'all? We go through the gauntlet again. And it's nonstop. This year is going to be grueling in a good way. Before next year is like, if this is beta test, next year is alpha overdrive. We're recruiting people this year. Then we're fighting other guilds. They're going to, like 2021, end of 2020, 2021, people are going to come for our guild. People are going to think they can come for us. And they're going to learn the hard way, you can't come for us. And that's their fault. That's their problem. It's not our problem. But before that, we still need to beta test our powers before we go into guild wars. So this is what makes now so important. This isn't just this cycle. For the first time in like 16 years, you are completing the final understanding of your abilities. I keep saying superpowers, but it's not your superpowers. It's of you. Your superpowers is an expression of your abilities done so superbly. And you're getting ready to define this through catalysts that will bring this through. So it's unlocking right now. This is just the beginning. You are making a decision right now as it concerns your legacy and as it concerns what you're meant to do. You're going to be unveiled. Scott Pilgrim, they asked. Thank you. You're going to be unveiled important decisions that you'll be making as you now be revealed, starting from now, the real essence of why and how and when you do what you do. It's unlocking right now. This is the weird part. Like, the moon is on the south node. It's never gonna, like, the moon will never, ever, ever, ever be on the south node again, guys. In Capricorn into like another 20 years. Let me just fact check. Yup. Make sure I'm not capping. Yup. In another month, it's gonna be in Sag. This is it. Just so it's not like I'm like, we'll wake up superpowers. This is it, y'all. The reason why next month, when the south node is 29 degrees Sag, you have superpowers now. So your whole perception about your whole life is going to change, because you used to have to wake up at 5 a.m, get ready, and then catch the bus. Well, you can teleport. So next month, the North Node is in Gemini, and the way you see the world is different. It's like, well, hold on. I don't have to wait for the bus anymore. Like, how do I even see my whole life? Now we're starting a brand new chapter of changing how you see reality and changing the friends you have, because your powers connect you with other people, your abilities, your psychic senses. And you don't want to think of these as new powers. What are the superpowers that you've had 10 years ago? 2012, okay, 2010 to 2012. What abilities were you developing? You might have just started playing the guitar and you were a novice guitar player. Now you're an expert. Now it's not about you practicing the guitar. Now it's about you taking your mastery of guitar playing and going to an orphanage to inspire kids. Now it's about you selling out shows. You're now evolving this to the next level. That's what's happening right now. And so it's not just the North Node going through Gemini. It's the North Node going from 29 degrees Gemini all the way back around to 29 degrees Sagittarius. That whole other half of the zodiac is you living life collectively now with superpowers. Because up until now, only rare few people would awaken superpowers. It would usually be people who have sun or moon on Pluto, on Uranus, on Neptune. For the first time in a long time, these energies have now been made collective so that the medium of which people are potential can now be expressed. It's not that other people just couldn't, it's just that they weren't here to do it. Now it's being centralized more so to where everyone has the ability to be intuitive, just like everyone has the ability to bench 300 pounds. But it's going to be that person who is working out every day to reach there, who's going to do it naturally better than someone who just kind of picks up the weights. So I want to once again say, because this is all kicking off by collective events, plural. You see all this radioactive fire that's burning in Chernobyl. All of this are symptoms of people's unconscious energy manifesting. I'm not saying that that's the reason why this is happening, but this is a part of it. Okay, so you are a part of the greatest collective awakening of all time, and it's happening because of all the children born after 2000 that are actually with their own unconscious stimulating this. So we're all part of this together. In fact, our coming of age is really just for their coming of age, just so we can pave the way for them. So just letting you know, like it's going to be significant, and that's the lesson for Taurus season, to harvest for the rest of Uranus and Taurus this extra surplus of ability. Well, how do I create my new world with this now? And it's not even like creating a new world. Honestly, this is just gonna, the implementation of superpowers into the collective is going to be seriously similar to us not having cell phones. Now we have cell phones. or now we have cars. Like it's not really going to be that groundbreaking. It's going to be like augmented reality only because this has already been a part of our society. We're just talking about it now. We're just coming out the closet with it now. This isn't going to be like some groundbreaking discovery. This is going to be comprised of what your parents have been doing, what you've been doing, but now we have internet to document it. That's pretty much it. But this is where this gauntlet we're going through is monumental. So first, the moon is going to be on the south node. The south node is unlocking power and using the moon as a receptacle to touch through each of the planets and to pretty much like come into the moon is just going to drop this insight, especially on personal parts of your energy. Okay. So after the moon unlocks this energy in Capricorn, over the next couple of days, it's going to take what has been unlocked and reveal this to you. But it's not just that. The reason why this is going to happen instantly, and this is where the planets are dancing all together. We have been initiated. The moon is going to unlock as it is right now, and then it's immediately going to square Mercury in Aries. That's your mind in Aries. Dolo called it the birth of a new mind. That's your mind instantly downloading this unlocked power so that you can process it instantly. It couldn't happen before because Mercury was in Pisces, closing out an old way of thinking. Okay, Mercury on Neptune linked your mind to the multiverse. And the whole purpose of Mercury on Neptune was to have you think of new ways to do things, even if you can't do it. So it's like, you move Uranus and Taurus hat. Think of 3 ways you can do things, even if it's not possible now, right? So let's say I need to go to Chernobyl. I can fly there. I can teleport there. I can rewind time. And you want it to be like fantastic. You want it to be like abstract. Yeah, you probably can't do it, but you want to think like you can because this is what's going to open up. Maybe you won't be able to do that, but it's teaching you to think outside the box. It's teaching you to think inventively. It's teaching you to think of doing things in unconventional ways you're not used to doing it. All right. And this is going to pay off so well. Now, Mercury is in Aries. Now, more than ever, you are in an actual position to activate these powers. Because if Mars is activation, Mercury is the processing that allows us to actually experience this in our programs, in our games, to actually do this. So this is why this is important. The new moon we had was on Chiron. When we had the new moon, it was square the north node. We went through the north node. Now this process of activation, think of Chiron as the key. The sun and moon energy that was activated in the key has gone around the zodiac, and now it's on the south node. It's unlocking everything. Mercury that was on Neptune is now on Chiron, taking this helmet of understanding, putting it on the key, and now centralizing your direct harnessing of this power. Mercury is sextiling Mars, is sextiling Saturn, which is stabilizing the knowledge, right? If it was just Mercury and Aries, it would just be random. It would just be power. But now Saturn is stabilizing this, moving forward into Chiron. As this unlocks, the moon's going to go over Pluto, awaken. Someone said they have their moon. If you have your moon 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 degrees Capricorn, your soul is awakening. Your soul is a vessel to provide awakening for others as well. And congratulations, you're evolving your awakening. And it's going to go over Pluto, awaken what has unlocked. It's going to go over Jupiter, finally expand it. Okay. It's going to go over Saturn, manifest it. It's going to go over Aries, unlock it. Then it's going to go into Pisces, over Neptune, transcend it. Then it's going to go into Aries, over Chiron, transmute it. It's going to go over Mercury, process this. It's It's going to go over Uranus, okay, in Taurus. If it doesn't pass through the sun, it's going to have the new moon. Then it's going to go over Venus in Gemini. Then it's going to go over the North Node that's finally now in Gemini. Then it's going to go in Cancer, and it's going to oppose Pluto and Jupiter. Then it's going to go in Leo. It's going to oppose Saturn. Then it's going to go into Virgo. It's going to oppose Neptune. Then it's going to go into Libra. It's going to oppose Chiron. It's going to go into Scorpio, oppose Uranus. It's going to go into Sag, go on the South Node. And then we go through the gauntlet again for Gemini season. Every single time we go through this gauntlet is a 2-week acceleration of superpowers at an individual level from the collective. In that, the reason why you're coming into this is we're all pulling our energy together. It's just like this ritual right now. We're pulling our energy together to make a petition. So I just kind of wanted to share how revolutionary that is. That's so huge a deal. And the reason why the gauntlet this time around is more potent than what we just went through is in Aries season, Mars was still in Capricorn and Mercury was still in Pisces. So now Mars and Saturn in Aqua, Mercury and Chiron in Aries, this is taking the superpowers that last month in the gauntlet were internal, and it's literally manifesting it. This is it, y'all. Starting tonight, okay? Every action you take is going to bring this out. Brace yourself for that becoming. And it's a process. By the time this comes out into the new moon in Taurus, you're starting a new cycle to now build and manifest it. And Taurus takes its time because you're now developing a new complex set of mechanisms, behaviors, and thought processes and neural pathways to sustain superpowers. It's not really like the movies where you're just going to master it. This is a 17-year process. You're going to take a while because you're having to reteach yourself to walk, to talk, okay, to do a whole bunch of shit, to be honest. So congratulations. Thank you, Yasmin. This is really amazing. You really want to think about every single talent that you've had and now really embrace the greater unlocking of this. And this is the last thing that I'm going to say. Many of you have never truly believed in yourself, honestly. Many of you have been conditioned to see yourself. If you have a baby right now, genius. Like the babies that you're going to give birth to are beyond supernatural. Like they're not going to listen to you in their teens. I'll say that. Any baby's born now, you're going to be the most rebellious babies ever. But other than that, you know, this is a very pivotal period. And everything that's unlocking for you right now is going to change the game on your value. Okay. That new moon on Uranus and Mercury is you realizing you're way more valuable than most people have given you credit for. That's why this is going to be so weird. It's going to square Saturn and Aqua, and it's like you're having to upgrade your sense of self real time in a climate that is openly challenging your upgraded sense of self-worth because you're seeing it for real. It's like, oh crap. It should feel like you got hired for a job and then that new moon in Taurus is going to come in. It's like, they're not paying me enough. Oh, hell no, they're not paying me enough. And it's not even their fault. That it's not like they maliciously didn't want to pay you enough. It's just that you've come into an upgrade to where you're just no longer worth what you were before. And you're now building that. Okay. Thank you, Wen. So there's so much aspects of yourself that some of your parents weren't equipped to really unlock. It's usually grandparents who do that anyway. You're going to unlock. And this is where, because Uranus is going to be, because what happens after this? This is going to activate like the knowledge of it. So it's in Capricorn right now. Your body's going to go through physiological functions to unlock this. You're going to have experiences. Then it's going to go into Aquarius, and you're going to know what's happening. You're going to know like, oh shit, this is it. This is it. This is it. Okay. You're not going to do anything with it until it goes into Aries, balsamic phase, Taurus, manifest. But it's going to go into Aquarius. But because that moon in Aqua is going to conjunct Saturn and square Uranus and Taurus, that's what's going to make this lightning strike sudden. That's going to happen another couple of days. And that's what's going to really set you off and into the completion of you finally unlocking and completing this. Now, you're completing your superpowers similar to the manufacturer of a new car completing a model. It's still not done. Like you're just completing it for initial use. That means everything you use is going to be upgraded. You're going to be using it on a better platform, kind of like Iron Man. You are Iron Man with the Mark 1 suit. And 2021, you're about to debut Mark 3, but you're Mark 1 right now. And you didn't even want to make Mark 1. You're just dealing with coronavirus. You're dealing with catalysts that forced you to make Mark 1. Remember, Iron Man was forced to make that. It's not like he wanted to, but he didn't want to die. So it's going to be eerily similar. This is where that plutonic life or death struggle comes in. And everything you're awakening is geared to break you through your challenges so you can make it your bitch. And then you can move forward and just conquer your life, conquer completely your life. From now until the end of April, you're going to make hardcore realizations about what people told you can't do, but you're doing, okay? And this is what's going to change the game around your own value. It's like, well, if people told me I couldn't do this, but I did it, then what they said about how valuable I am isn't right either. And you're going to really feel this. And this is you being revolutionary and standing up for your value, okay? Thank you, Chantal. This is what you've been feeling because you're the shit. You are amazing. Every single one of you watching this have untapped treasure that for the first time you can finally harness in a way to build. Think about that. Because some people are going to awaken it, and it's going to be like someone who's been given in advance. They're going to spend it all on cars and jewelry, and they were supposed to spend it on self-development. Are you going to re-up on yourself and invest in yourself, or are you just going to exploit it? Are you going to exploit your superpowers to deceive people, to seduce people in the bed, to mind control people? There's going to be a lot of people doing this because they've been doing it with their regular abilities. So, this is also a test of integrity here. But thank you guys so much for holding space with me. Thank you guys so much for even being here. The moon is 33 minutes and the south node is 37 minutes. So it is time to start this ritual. After I do the ritual, I'm going to go over what this means for your rising and sign with a card, and then I'll open up for live reading. So this ritual is very simple. Nice. Faz God. Yeah. The fact that we're all connecting to do this because of the strength of Saturn and Aqua, and we also recently did the non-consent ritual, this is going to accelerate it. This is going to take what was going to happen gradually over 2 days and instantly spark it now. So, disclaimer, if you're not used, yes, I am doing super chat. If you're not, description box below for details on that. If you're not used to dealing with heavy energy, okay, for the next 2 days, you're going to have to filter through heavy energy. So, in other words, we are going to consult Saturn as a 350 plus group. That's a lot of chakra. There's at least like 5 Sun in Pisces here. And so the chakra is huge. We're sending this petition, and Saturn is going to receive this petition as a huge vibration. So when it responds to your petition, it's going to respond with that huge ass vibration. and you're going to feel this heaviness of all 300 plus people, each and every single one of us, because we're making the petition collectively, but we're going to receive it individually. And Saturn's going to respond as if you were a part of that 300, because you are. So if you can't handle that heaviness, I would actually, you can still participate, but I would advise you just chill, because you're going to feel this. Like as soon as this broadcast ends, it's going to be heavy, like boom, boom. Okay, it's going to hit really heavy. Oops, gotta do that. And that's only because we're expediting and accelerating the process so that we can work and utilize it ahead of time. As opposed to if you just waited, then that heavy feeling is naturally going to happen for you when the moon goes over Pluto. Okay, heavy just in that you're dealing with more energy than you're used to, and that's just the response of this. You know, it doesn't even have to feel heavy. Some of you would just be feeling more energetic, but this is going to incur a definite shift in energy. Okay. Remember, everything that's awakening now is preparing Mars to retrograde in Aries, because after Venus retrogrades, Mars retrograde in Aries is, okay, I have superpowers now. So everything that I do is going to be different. Now I can move stuff with my mind. So I have to spend the next 4 months practicing how to do that, how to move stuff with my mind. Then when Mars goes direct, now it's a part of my day. I'm still learning, but it's a part of my day. Like I've gone through the kinks. Now I know why you shouldn't use telekinesis when you're in the shower, because I already had that experience. That was horrible. You know, that type of stuff. That's the Mars retrograde, y'all. This is going to be so epic. It's going to be so epic. It's going to be dramatic as hell. It's going to be so epic. Okay. And I got this card again. Are you ready to have the world in your hands? This is what that heavy weight is going to do. Because with great power comes great responsibility. You're going to realize, holy crap, like, oh, it's like that. It's like that. Okay. So what it's going to feel like is a remembrance of energy. Remember, this isn't your first rodeo. You're not some powerless little twit. You're you. You're super powerful. So this is going to manifest as you just suddenly remembering you can do stuff you always felt you can do, but now you're remembering because it's unlocking from your DNA and from your core. So this is super simple, y'all. If you know what your superpower is, comment a fire sign. Some of you know what your superpower is, but you don't believe it. So you think it's like far out there. But you imagine yourself doing this. Your subconscious has been pushing you. It's been giving you synchronicities. By now, you shouldn't know fully about it, but you should know what it is. You should know what completed. In the sense where Saturn finishing out of Capricorn finished the model. So you should know if you're driving a Honda Civic or if you're driving a Maserati. That's what I mean when I say you should know what your superpower is, because you should know what you're beta testing. Okay. So you know what it is, but your understanding of it over the next couple of years is about to change completely. That's the next chapter we're on. We just finished the chapter of completing it. Like we just created it. Okay. So now that you know what it is, okay. And if you don't know what it is, that's totally fine. You can use this ritual to discover that. It's totally fine. Okay. So first of all, want you to envision all of us connecting with each other. And we can do this by envisioning us partying. I already see Colby with the keg. Okay. I see Jim Kincaid with the psychedelics, and everyone's just having an amazing time. We're all partying. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We're not indulging in substance abuse, but we know how to utilize substances for our greater benefit because we're woke like that. But yes, once again, this visualization connects us in a fun way. And now I want you to feel your energy welling up from within you and energetically feel us connecting with everyone else. It should start to vibrate a lot. By the way, when we connect, it's going to be stronger because Saturn is in Aqua now. Fun fact. So breathe out gratitude, breathe in satisfaction. And now, in your own words, now that we're connected, I want you to envision the culmination of our energy and or white light beaming from us, hitting Saturn, hitting Capricorn, hitting the South Node. And now, in your own words, set the, before you do that, well, first of all, set the intention to unlock your power. And as you do that, I want you to visualize yourself using your superpowers. Visualize yourself in real life situations, utilizing different aspects of your powers. And I promise you, this could be simple. When I say superpower, your superpower could be you're an amazing guitar player. Like you could play, you're an amazing piano player. Like it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could be simple stuff. Maybe your superpower is that you wake up in the morning and you don't go back to sleep. I don't care what anyone says. That's a superpower. All right, I'm trying to get that superpower. Maybe your superpower is you have good hygiene. I know you would think that could be a super. Like I'm joking at this point, but you know, envision yourself using this right now. And now I want you to symbolize what I'm going to symbolize is like a cork unscrewing and lifting out to symbolize unlocking. Or you can symbolize your phone unlocking. This symbol is just a petition for our power to be fully unlocked. And Saturn, Capricorn, South Node, Jupiter, Pluto, we set the intention as a collective for our true abilities to unlock completely, awaken, evolve, and manifest. As this is what's happening. Right now it's unlocking, then it's going over to Pluto to awaken, then it's going over to Jupiter to evolve. So it's unlocked, then it wakes up, oh, then it evolves, oh, then it manifests, oh, then it activates, oh, okay? This is just like a phone. And now that we've done this petition, we can release it. And honestly, this is how simple it is. Like, that's all we had to do. And we had 400 plus people. So what's going to happen now? Once I end this broadcast, you're instantly going to get hit up by Saturn, especially in your dreams. The moon, as it transits through Cap, is going to intuitively guide and reveal to you the mechanisms of what's being unlocked. It's going to sextile Neptune before it conjuncts Pluto. So Neptune is going to intuitively guide you, and get ready for some fun. This gauntlet is going to screw you guys up in the best of ways. Y'all about to get screwed up. Y'all about to get screwed up. It's going to go over Pluto. It's going to go over Mars. It's going to go over Neptune. It's going to go over Chiron. It's going to go over Uranus. It's what? Get ready, guys. Because what's going to happen is we're coming into this. This is how symbolic this is, y'all. And this is why I love astrology, like, so much. We're coming into this, guys. Oh, yep. We're coming into this with the moon 1 degree Capricorn. And when we come back out, the moon is going to be conjunct 0 degrees Cancer, which is 30 degrees Gemini. So we're literally entering a portal, guys. We're going to go in, we're going to unlock these powers, and then we're going to come out the portal 0 degrees Cancer with new insight into what it looks like. Then it's going to go back 29 degrees Sag. The way we see everything is different. Boom. Going through the gauntlet again. Okay. And why this works is Taurus season, you're going to go through the gauntlet. Taurus season, it's manifested. You're doing your powers. Then when you go through the gauntlet again during Gemini season, you're doing your powers again. But for Gemini season, it's this is what this power is called. This is what that power is called. Okay, I'm going to call this that technique. I'm going to call this that technique. I'm going to call this that. You're going to grind that for 3 months. And then Virgo season, you've mastered what you've named Gemini season. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because this is why Pisces is I believe. I see Sag. I use Cap. I know Aqua. I believe. You need to believe in order to be yourself. I am Aries. Dark forces can't get at you anymore. The only thing they can do is make you feel weird as hell. Only thing they can do is just make you doubt this and be like, you don't have superpowers. You're stupid. You're a pseudoscientist. You're making this shit up. This is self-discovery. No one's going to teach you this. You are the one who's going to pioneer this for all these youngins who are about to look up to you and be like, wow, you were doing this, my friend. This is This is Aries season. Okay, you are the badass. No one's going to teach you how to use your superpowers. Okay, you're going to teach others how they should approach you. So let's do it. You're going to be guided. I literally see this here. The high priestess is the moon, and your moon is going to guide you on how to really, operate with this higher level of power. And the first hint is simplicity is as a principle. You may be doing too much. So you'll learn how you can do less, but do so much more. Okay. So thank you guys for taking part of this with me. The only thing we petition, I got this again, is before you lay your head to sleep, let Saturn show you and me a next step. What is the next step and sign moving forward? Okay. And yeah, so I'm going to pull for the 12 signs, and then we'll get into the super chat. Aries, okay. This south node is in your 10th house. So you're unlocking your greatest potential. You're getting ready to unlock very powerfully a lot of your career success so that you can step in to be the leader your family needs. And I got two cards. I got Justice and the 7 of Pentacles. Justice is on your side. You just need to allow time to pass for evidence to be revealed so that any doubters or naysayers could be put in their place. But make sure you have ascendants apply to, ascendant, sun, moon, all of them, all of the signs apply. But if you have direct energy there, it'll be accurate. So keep that in mind, Aries. Justice is on your side. You have to make sure you're on the right side of the law. Make sure the relevant documents are signed. That's going to take some time to make sure your business is right. But once it is, you're straight. Taurus, okay? You are unlocking groundbreaking beliefs that you're going to teach others with. Okay, this is going to transform the rhetoric around why you believe what you believe. And it's going to bring real evidence that you're going to pioneer and really turn into more outside of a theory into a fact. Taurus, a theory, a long withheld theory is becoming a fact. And your mission is to take that fact and to teach the world how to change what they see. And yep, 9 of, dude, this is you and your power, Taurus. This is you and your power. You're going to take this belief and power and manifest everything you ever wanted because you're science. You're going to make it work for you. And this is you, Taurus. A lot of you are going to develop a monopoly. You're going to develop a niche that no one else can do. Like you are the demand and you're the supply and the demand, and you're just going to be winning. Okay, Gemini, you are unlocking a new transformation. All right, before you come out into the light here, you are unlocking deeper intimacy in how you deal with others. But the way I can say this, honestly, Gemini, is a transformation form. You are unlocking for the first time a transformation form that allows you to harness the power of your dark twin in your dealings with others. Whereas up until now, you were fighting your twin. Now you're inheriting its power. And it's going to be scary, not for you, for other people. And we have the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords. It's a go. All right. It's a yes. Gemini, this is very amazing. I feel like you're just going to be attracting a lot of opportunity because the Queen of Swords is you finally focus. It's the Libra woman. You're focusing your mind. For the first time, this 8th house transformation is going to have you focus. And everyone knows Gemini is a problem when we focus, if we can ever get to focus. Every Gemini is like, you motherfuckers are lucky. If only we could focus for 5 minutes, it'd be over. Well, we focusing now. Okay. And so this is going to attract like so much passionate opportunities for you. And the Ace of Wands is just saying, stay focused, but also say yes. and enjoy. Okay, Cancer, you're unlocking super powerful partnerships, but you have to remember, no matter how powerful these partners are, what direction are you leading them into? The North Node is in your sign. You have to make sure that these partnerships you're manifesting are developing your character. If it was the South Node in Cancer, you need to compromise your own wants so that you can develop your character through others. No, things have to be on your terms. You're unlocking incredible partnerships to be aligned with your sincerity. People are grateful to know you. Okay, the opposition can bring bougie people who try and manipulate and make them feel like you need them. No, they need you. Okay, it's a partnership. It's both, right? But here we have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. We see them like back to back. This could be like a conflict and dichotomy between like, you know, emotions and passion. But I see both of these working together. This is the Page of Cups is an artist. And then the Knight of Cups is the artist. And the Knight of Wands is both Pisces and Sag, is you being passionate and going around. So Cancer, you're going to come into huge passion. You're going to come into huge creative passion with expressing your artistic sense. And these Knights could be like other artists who help hone you too. Leo, you are unlocking the life. You are unlocking a greater lifestyle of luxury, which is going to demand you decide once and for all what attributes of your lifestyle are you done. Because you can't be halfway. You can't hang out with certain people and live the life you want to live. You can't like, I mean, I'm sure you can, but this is all about you making money. Okay. And it's not see, some of you Leos may already be super rich, but this is all about taking the money you're making and fully like developing this royal life. Because Leo, you're queen, you're king. So you got to live a lifestyle that matches that, okay? And it's weird to say because some of you are, but you're upgrading this even more. Jesus Christ, Leo, what the hell? All right, that's what's up. I see you know what time it is. Wow, this is actually amazing. Yeah, y'all are stepping into some transcendent upgrades here. I guess it's because of the North Node, but you're getting put front and center. That's kind of interesting though. That's really dope. It's like winning the lottery and being famous all at the same time. But not like, it's not like being famous because you won the lottery. It's like you're already famous, but like you're winning the lottery and you're like getting a feature spot. It's like you're on the cover of the magazine the same week you win the lottery. And it's just like some serendipity up the ass. Virgo, you are unlocking your greatest talents. Especially you Virgo artists, you about to be whopping them over the head. So how do I put this, Virgo? You are already talented. Like you're already sunning other people, critiquing other people's talent. I don't think people know you've taken your talent to the next level. Your decision now is who do you feel is who is your audience, Virgo? Who do you feel is worthy to share your talents to? Because hopefully you're not playing to the crowd. Hopefully you're playing to what you like so that others can hear what you like, okay? And we have the Queen of Wands and the Two of Cups. So for some of you, this is a relationship with a bad bee. This is a relationship with a sexy woman, a very passionate woman. It's success in business, but Virgo, I see this as someone you're partnering with. This doesn't have to be romantic. This could just be like a really trustful bond. But yeah, this is you really stepping more into your passion. But no, Virgo, I see this as you dealing with the Queen of Wands directly, and you're going to be partnering with her. She's definitely, see, some of you can see it as yourself. If you see it as yourself, then this is you connecting with someone who sees you as the Queen of Wands, okay? Great question, because for some of you, either way, you're going to manifest someone who brings that aspect out of you. So it is kind of both, but you are unlocking great talents. Libra, you're unlocking old inhibitive patterning that was reinforced by family. It's actually going to be free. So it's like Libra, there's how you act when you went home to your family, and there's how you act in public. And as you've grown up, patterning and conditioning, because see, fourth house Capricorn is not like any other fourth house. That's heavy imprinting, heavy karmic conditioning. And it's like you're not always yourself because of the conditioning that you've gained. Well, you're breaking free of that. In fact, Pluto destroyed that. It's been an incredibly painful process. And you finally feel like you're breaking free into an independent version of you without your family's, understanding. Think of Lil Wayne. He's a Libra. He's finally free from Birdman. So I know I'm preaching, okay? And here we have Libra, the Justice and the Knight of Cups. This is just like Aries. You're coming in, karma is on your side, but for you, you got the Knight of Cups. So this is more about that North Node in Cancer, how you artistically express yourself. But whereas Justice is on Aries side, you're Justice. Libra Sun, Pisces Moon. This is literally Kim Kardashian with her Justice Project. Y'all are embodying this, and you're seeing what you can do with it. You're testing out right now people's reaction before you take over for real. And yeah, congrats. Scorpio, you are unlocking superpowers. You are unlocking the utilization of your power as an everyday thing. So it's not really, it's almost as if your every thought can manifest something. Imagine if every thought you had is present progressively changing your current experience. Well, Saturn is forcing you to discipline your mind, because you can fuck around and think of something and it manifests. And it's like, damn, I have to be careful with my thoughts. This is why Scorpios are very serious people. So you're unlocking an incredible attitude that's going to really shift the power with which you express yourself. So much so that you like Scorpio's about to be so on point. After they master this, they'll only say like 2 words, and then like 80-mile-per-hour hurricane happens. Like you're gonna be so precise with every part of your body language. You won't even have to say words. You can just move your hand, and like magical effects occur from there because you've mastered your attitude. And I'm embellishing a little bit, but I'm going extreme like this because your potential is literally limitless. So keep that in mind. We also two wanted to come out. Ooh, Judgment and Lovers. Judgment and Lovers is like deciding, okay, we're gonna live together and have babies. Like just like realizing that a soulmate union is your highest purpose together. And it comes with the 4 of Pentacles. So this is going to bring you into great stability. Some of you are, the Lovers card is like realizing that you're meant to be with a certain partner though, or you're unveiling a passion project that is really your highest purpose. Sagittarius, similar to Leo, you're unlocking money really. If Leo is unlocking the lifestyle, and Aries is unlocking the career, Sag, you're unlocking the freaking bag. Like your ability, like you want to basically see it as like, well, you used to pay me $10,000 to show up. Now you got to pay me $50,000. Yeah. You want me to just appear at your venue, your little venue for like 50 minutes? Yeah, sign the dotted line. And people are going to think you're bougie, but don't show up. See what happens. No one's going to show up. But you show up, everyone's there for some reason. It's like they found out you were there and they canceled their plans and you're there. And so you're like, cut the check, cut the check, cut the check. I see what I'm doing. I see what I'm doing for you. Yeah, I hooked you up. Cut the check. Cut the check. Okay. What was that? What was that? You used to pay $100 for readings? $500 now. What's up? Yeah, $500 an hour. What's up? And it's totally justifiable. You're still hooking people up, okay? And 2 wanted to come out for you, 3 wanted to come out for you. We got the Justice, and we got the Hierophant and the Sun. Don't even worry about the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is just kind of people who are a little bit jealous that you're winning, but don't even mind the Five of Swords. We got the Justice, the Sun, the Hierophant. There's like a little gossip here, but it's not even that bad. It's kind of your element anyway. But Sag, Hierophant and Justice is marriage. The Sun card is going to clear any miscommunications. So the Sun card and the Five of Swords is like you were arguing with someone, but then good news hits and like, all right, I don't mind anymore. I'm rich because of it now. Like imagine someone owes you money and then like you come into so much money, it's like, all right, we're cool now. So like you're gonna be squashing bees. Like this Sun card is amazing too. The Justice card is actually what we got for the Hierophant. Sagittarius, some of you are about to be your own religion too. So why do the Justice and Hierophant look like they're married? That's amazing. Justice and Hierophant in a reading is marriage too, which is so awesome. But yeah, Sag, you're unlocking the bag. You are the bag, okay? Secure yourself. Capricorn, you are unlocking Capricorn 3.0. Capricorn 3.0 has been controversial. Capricorn 3.0 doesn't even come with emotions. It's just straight judgment. And some people thought that it was controversial because you have to care a little bit. Capricorn 3.0 was like, I don't have to care. And that was controversial. And now you're unlocking it. It's a very controversial project because if you don't know, so many Capricorns have written you off. Like they gave you a 30-year grace period, but by now they've probably written you off and they don't even care. And so now it's like they can finally be okay with not caring. I'm not painting Capricorn out to be heartless monsters. They just know what's up. So like if they written you off, it was not for no reason. So just keep that in mind. Capricorn, you're unlocking yourself. You're unlocking like a newer way to be you, though, that you're going to bring directly into relationships with other people. But I want you to think of it as you're unlocking the new hardware that all the other zodiac signs are going to use too. So yeah, Team FU, we got the King of Swords and we got the Queen of Swords. Ooh, Capricorn, what's up? This is like the peak of intellect. So Capricorn, you're stepping into genius level intellect and territory. But I also want to see this, Capricorn, as someone matching wits with you intellectually. You're just minding your business. You're maybe this King of Swords, and you're just like, oh my gosh. Like, I wonder why people don't even know how to research information. And then the Queen of Swords is just like, right? They just keep looking on Wikipedia. And you're just like, oh my God. Isn't that just so annoying? Like peer reviews. And the Queen of Swords is like, right, if people just knew how to research for once. Reminds me of the work I did when I was studying Shakespeare. And you're like, oh my gosh, are you talking about this project? And then 5 hours later, we're smart, we're so smart. And yeah, you just have that like amazing connection. Aquarius. This is where I need to have an intermission for Aquarius and Pisces, okay? Mind you, this is about the nodes. So this ride ends at Capricorn. Aquarius, Pisces, you already had the South Node go through you, okay? So Aqua, Pisces, your experience of this is totally different than everyone else's experience of this, okay? Capricorn just barely got the download. So Aquarius, Pisces, you already got the download. Like you guys already know. People still think you're crazy. That was what was so weird about North Node Virgo and North Node Leo. You guys got the creme de la creme downloads, but Spirit was like, just wait. You don't want humanity alienating you guys again. So just take this info we gave. Just wait. Tell who you need to tell. Right? Pisces, you're bugging 2016. Aquarius, you're coming into it Mars in Aquarius, Venus in Pisces, any of you with planets here, you already got the good word. But it's and this was like, you got PS5 when people were playing PS4. So you're talking about, oh yeah, there's virtual reality, and people who play PS4 is like, you're making that up. They don't even have that. Meanwhile, you already played PS5. Pisces, you played PS6. Like you were talking to the developers. Like they were showing you in-house what they're working on. And they need your genius. The reason why they told you is you guys are ascended masters. They needed you to give them insight. The spirit guides were hooking you guys up, right? So if you think about this South Node is unlocking power. Well, Aquarius, Pisces, your power is already unlocked. You guys have already unlocked power, but you did not have the context to apply it in because everyone else didn't awaken yet, right? You didn't have the software to play it in, but you had the knowledge. Someone gave you the program for PS6, but the hardware wasn't created yet. This is what's coming online. So Aqua Pisces, you want to think people are going to start to speak your language more. You guys are going to be a little pissed because people are going to act like they've been you. People are going to act like they've been on your wave, even though you've been on your wave and no one was. But like, don't mind it. We're just finding ourselves. So just keep that in mind. Aqua, you're transcendent. You're unlocking transcendence. Okay. Aquarius, because this is your 12th house, this is going to unlock all the latent blocks on your supernatural power that you couldn't control. Because at the Aquarius Pisces level, your transcendent energy is collective. You're a living universe. Pisces, you're a living existence. So like your power, you like every Aquarius is a composite of everyone in their life. Like your superpower is you connect with other people's spirits, like you talk to ourselves and whatnot. So you are unlocking supernatural ability to connect with God, to connect with higher beings through other people. So Pisces, Aquarius, you're going to start to notice the dynamic of how higher forces speak through different people. You're going to have a conversation, Aquarius, and then you're going to have a conversation with someone else. You're going to see how that same spirit in that person is in that person. Like you're going to start to actually interact with your world more so, because you've already done this, like it's you and the world instead of you and individual people. Because Pisces awareness can see how everything's connected. Like that's why Pisces is ascended master. A Pisces doesn't just go into their experience. A Pisces sees how this pick is connected to that person. Knocking down something is connected to this person. Like they see how everything is connected, how it's all one energy. So your experience of this is unlocking on levels that are so important because you've already received the downloads that every single other person has yet to receive. Can I get an amen? So Aquarius, this 12th house stuff is giving you all the superpowers because you're going to meet other people who are going to download it from you. But this is going to unlock all the gang stalking, all the hidden enemies you've been facing. 12th house Capricorn as Aquarius is hidden government coercion, private corporations that are spying on you and that are attacking your frequency. And it's hard to talk about 12th house Capricorn or 12th house Aquarius without getting on some conspiracy shit. And yep, of course. See, this is you walking away from the law. This is you just like, nope, I'm gonna head out. Your karma's on your side too, Aquarius, but a lot of you are just heading out. You're like, oh, I see what's happening. Some of you Aquarians are gonna pick up the conspiracy. Like, you see how Alex Jones Aquarius on that conspiracy shit? Some of you Aquarians are gonna connect the final dots, and you're gonna realize, oh shit, this is what's happening. I was right. I'm out. I'm gonna head out. Y'all about to go to your special space dimension. Like it's about to be real. But you're being guided to a romantic situation too. So if you're leaving any romance, you're headed towards another one. But some of you are out of here. and you're going to come back. But it's like some of you are going to realize like the grid work being done in your city, and you're out. Like you're good. Like, oh, peace. You're not getting me. And it's not going to be conspiracy. Like you're going to actually be around evidence, and you're going to piece it together. See, this is the reason why you and Pisces are going to piece it together. A lot of people just have ideas and theories. You're meeting real people. You're meeting a scientist. You're meeting a doctor. You're meeting a politician. Like you're meeting different people who on their own don't have the answer, but they came to you and you pieced it all together. So through you, it makes sense. Okay. Especially with you, Pisces, you're unlocking your hopes and wishes, but more so the dream team. And you're unlocking the gains from your adventurous career that's going to solidify you and manifest your heart's desires. But it's deeper than that. It's deeper than just this being in the 11th house. You're manifesting the bridge to lead humanity into the utopian ideal, pretty much through magic. But Neptune isn't out of your sign yet, so that's where things get a bit complicated. Yep. Did I just say this right now? The ideal bridge. I'm just saying. Okay, but it's complicated because it's not really that simple. But Pisces, you got some amazing cards here. This is definitely your intuition guiding you into bliss. I feel like, see, for Pisces, it's like you can only bring so many people into paradise. Because see, every sun in Pisces, they're not telling you, but like they have their powers awakened. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for the rest of us. They cannot show us before it's time, because certain people's development could be stunted if they just see a Pisces make money come from their palms. They have to keep the secret. So what Pisces is going to do is going to scout you out and like, okay, you're gang. It's going to pull you into their dimension. You're a gang. I can show this person my powers. Oh, I can show this person doesn't even see it, but I can teach them. It's going to be kind of weird like that. But it is. I'm going to pull one more for everybody. I'm going to get into the super chat. And then, yeah. I love you, Pisces. Pisces, I make fun of y'all so much, but I love you guys. I love you, Pisces. Shout out to Aquarius. For everyone, I got, thank God, dude. I got the Knight of Pentacles. We're going to be all right, guys. We're stepping into some serious wealth building. See this? This is Taurus season. We are stepping into Taurus season. You're going to unlock wealth unlike any other. You're stabilizing your income on passive recurring income. And this has everything to do with the utilization of your abilities, because the Ten of Pentacles is like wisdom revealed from the ancestors. So you're coming into a foundation, and whatever you're stabilizing your income in is going to come in to wealth. This is the moon on the south node in Cap. So whatever it is you're building, don't give up, my friends. Thank you guys for being so goddamn awesome. Shout out to Evelyn Alvarez, who got my live forecast. So very grateful. That's going to be fun. And I'm going to start with Joy. I do see your payment is pending. Don't worry, I still got you. I'm going to start with the PayPal payments, and then we're going to get into the super chat. Wait a gosh darn minute. That can't be right. There we go. There we go, indeed. All right. Let me do this with an accent, if you don't mind. All right. Thank you. Catherine. Just a channeled message for me, please, Angel. Thank you, Cass. I got you. It's not a problem at all. Let's see what we got. All right. Cass, I'm already feeling like you need to come with some sass. Not let these people talk to you any type of way. So, Cass, sass. All right. I don't know if you want to hear that, but Cass hit him with the sass. We also do have interesting. All right, this is interesting. I wasn't going to pull these three, but we do see these right here. And the underlying theme is this deceptive ass energy. So the message I got is, I think someone might be telling you to chill out. There's someone who's making it seem like they're very chill when it comes to like a new way to make money. And I think you feel stuck because your bullshit meter is like, it's going off, it's going off. And I think, be careful of someone trying to finesse you. It's someone who is trying to take too laid back of an approach when it comes to this opportunity. And yeah, just keep that in mind. But once again, bring the sass, okay? I pick up that strongly. Like your Scorpio moon, if it decides they deserve sass, give them a surplus, all right? Blue flame integration. Major decisions I need to make moving forward. I feel something big is about to happen. Blue flame, something huge is about to happen. That is you. How do we do the super chat, Mahalaji? You should see a $sign on the bottom. No, something huge is about to happen, though. You are completely right about that. We're going to do the Senate Masters, baby. So much love to Blue Flame. It is not too late to super chat. I'm still open for that. Once again, guys, once this broadcast ends, it begins. So Blue Flame, something big is happening. And a lot of that has to do with you. You are Cat Moon Gang. So there's a responsibility to what you feel as far as what happens too. Be mindful of your connection to world events that seem distant to you. You might be directly responsible for it. You might do a ritual and then you find out something happened in the news. Yes, you had something to do with it. All right, so right off the bat, we do have temperance. No problem, Teresa. Thank you, Patty Cakes. We have freedom, Hina. So take charge of the situation, Blue Flame. We got the keeper of the Blue Flame, Archangel Michael, and Moses. All right, take charge. I like how both of them are like standing on water. So this is you stepping through any emotional conflict or turmoil. And it's like you have the good management and angelic support ahead of you to take charge of what you're stepping into, especially if there's no active conflict. There will be. And I really pity the fool that's on the opposite end of your anger or challenge. Okay, Rachel Roberts. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Eldo. Oh, yeah. Rachel Roberts. We got the Hermit card for you. Wait a minute. No problem, Lisa. Yep. Rachel, you must trust in yourself, okay? You are your own expert. So, like, people come to you for advice or should come to you for advice. But the Hermit is like you're formulating your own theory about life right now. You're coming into your own expert wisdom that you want to trust. You're a Virgo sun, thank God. This is the card of Virgo. So I'm doubling down here even more. You must trust yourself. because you're stepping into a sense of personal mastery that there may not be other research with your perspective, but that doesn't make it any less legit. So you want to trust everything you're coming up with as gospel truth, okay? You are the master, all right? Let us welcome Sylvia to the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe. Congratulations. Welcome to the farm. Thank you very much. Next we have Joy. Happy Joy. Thank you, Allison. Joy, we got the King of Swords. This could be an Aquarius. It doesn't have to be an air sign, but so at one level, this is you becoming an expert in your field. And it's saying to be objective and smart. But Joy, I think this is a King of Swords approaching you within this week. Someone who your heart matches their intellect and they're drawn to you for that reason. Okay. If not, it doesn't have to be romantic either, but I do feel that they're drawn to you for some very important, pertinent reason. And you'll be having an interplay with their Aqua connecting with your Leo, even if they don't have Aquarius in their chart majorly. Essentially, your Z. I feel like I'm on task. What am I unlocking to further step into my greatest self? Great question. Very great question. Welcome, Sylvia. So, thank you, Leah. So what you're unlocking, oh, this is nice. What you're unlocking fast. We do have the 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands is talking about, first of all, the process of this unlocking is very quick, okay? It's coming after a period of patience. This is allowing you, thank you, Mr. Security. This is allowing you to unlock greater passion in the mode of how you directly, manifest. It's going to unlock greater communication. It's just going to, you want to think of, it's not even everything around you unlocking. It's just more blockages that you've had unlocked. So you have been doing very great, but anything that was kind of held in place or blocked is now releasing. And this is just going to have everything move very, very quickly. So I would just say more so your heart is unlocking, because 8 of Wands can manifest as like falling in love very quickly. And that's going to just come from greater swagger on your part. Wendy Grimm, stay where I'm at or go back. Oh, whoever was essentially your Z and commented in all caps from Columbus, Ohio. Okay. Wendy Grimm, stay where I'm at or go back. Boom, 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 boom. Stay where I'm at or go back. Yeah. Stay where I'm at or go back. Boom, 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 boom. Stay where I'm at or go back. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's wild. Okay, first of all, I was gonna say you can stay where you're at, but everything that you're not complaining, everything that you're burdened about staying where you're at is not going anywhere. I think you're wanting to go because you feel this burden you have, and it's going to stay. However, we see the 10 of Pentacles. So if you stay where you're at, it's going to be worth it. It will be worth it. It's not like you're holding and working this hard for nothing. It's going to like be for something, grounded. So that doesn't mean you should stay where you're at. I'm not going to tell you if you should, but I will say the circumstances around staying, if you stay where you're at, you're still going to have the burdens you have. You're still going to feel that stress, but it will pay off. It'll pay off a lot. Okay. Leah Raber. Leah Pakalani Raber. No problem, Wen. Oh, 2 cards wanted to come out. It was going to be this, but we have this. So very influential or maybe somewhat famous knight showing up. And we have Isis here, but balance like home and career, home life, balance career, home life. But Ganesh, yes, which is a very Sag energy. I feel this is the universe saying yes to you. Like you're if you've ever played Mario, you have the star right now. And it's just like and like nothing can say no to you. Like you're on fire. Or you're attracting someone in your life this week that resonates like this. That's just going to give you such an exciting, passionate message. So the message here, Leah, really is to believe in where you're taking your creative exploits. Because even if you get a no, you will get a yes relatively quickly. But I don't even think you're gonna get a no because you're just so impassioned and you're moving forward authentically. Like there's destiny in play here. So that's just awesome. Next, we're gonna step into the actual super chat now that we are done with the PayPal. So Hollis. Hollis. Hollis, you coming into a W. We have the 6 of Wands. We have the 6 of Wands. Hollis, this is talking about, like, let's say you put out an album. Your album's going to be very favorably received, all right? This is you coming into public recognition and greater leadership for the work you've done. So knowing that, put yourself out there because there are people who really want to hook you up for what you do. Barney, Sharma. Gotcha. Oh, this is amazing. We have the 4 of Wands, completion, new romantic, insight. But the 4 of Wands or feelings, divine message for love and finances, results are here. This is you celebrating great career development and, love and romance. I see you like happy here. And this is a Venus and Aries card, and it's already in Gemini. So this is very beautiful. The 4 of Wands is like a reception or more so a party you may have to celebrate this. So the 4 of Wands is all about gratitude. The more you're in gratitude, the more you'll expedite the manifestation of this. But this is serendipitous. You can already know this is going to happen. You're still going to be surprised when all this hits. And you're not going to have to wait more than like 2 months. This is something that is currently manifesting. So congratulations. Like, it's a very festive, happy energy. Okay. Rebecca Resser. Rebecca, as because this South Node is coming out of your 9th house and is also like in that 10th house region, this is you definitely consolidating and awakening greater direction in not only your career, but now in like upgrading your job title as someone who has more clout and responsibility doing what you do so that you have more clout, rank, and authority, okay? We even have the King of Wands, which could be a love interest, but I see this as more someone who you're going to be working creatively with to really mirror the dynamics that you have. This is going to be someone who is very compatible with you as far as the output both of your talents and skills manifest for you. And it's going to make both of you more money as a result. We also have, you are seeing this situation accurately. Maybe this King of Wands is like a twin flame person too, but you are seeing this situation accurately. Okay. Yes, congratulations, Rebecca. That's amazing. And I feel like that promotion is just still part of the beginning of so many like serendipities for you. Okay. Empress Daisy, spill the tea for what I'm stepping into. Well, you are Mars in Scorpio. So Mars is currently square, thank you, Rebecca, in Aquarius. So this is a clash to get you ready. Your Mars in Scorpio is serious and intense. This square in Aquarius wants to make sure you're detaching for the right reasons. So you're stepping into a very haunting, scary element of your awakening because you're still part of the new dawn. Like, you're born after 95. So you're not meant to come into this until another decade, but you're having to manifest pure, unadulterated, telepathic online communication with people who, compared to you, like, you're a telepathic genius, they're a telepathic beginner. And so it's just a lot of mental clatter that's not really, yep, what'd I just say? What'd I just say? What the fuck did I just say? This is literally. So, Deasia, just keep that in mind. It's like you're the king here. This is your third house. Uranus and Aquarius opposite your Leo sun. Like, you're a G at this. And you're dealing with some people who are trying to kind of like pull on your thought stream, but you're the king. So you don't even have to look to the side because you already know people are finessing. It doesn't even affect you. Just keep that in mind, okay? You have some people covertly trying to like spy through your telepathic current. And I hope this makes sense to you because a lot of this is like rhetoric your generation is going to explain through your experiences. But the King of Swords is like redefining your mental powers in ways that serve you and prepare you to be a leading authority. And why is X still showing up in your readings? Like, tell that nigga to go somewhere. Like, what's up? Positive change. No offense, X. You know what's up. But positive change. All right. Parvati. Things are getting better for you. Okay. Things are getting very better. You want to think of this as the checkpoint where you're checked here and you're getting ready to now, move forward. Okay. So that's what I got for you, Empress. And I know you also mentioned you wanted a message for Cleopatra, from Cleopatra. So let's get into that. Message from Cleopatra. X is cool too, by the way. It's just you're working some kinks out. Finally, Cleopatra has two messages. You have help and support, Empress. The spirits themselves, take out a loan from the spirits. Before you take out a loan, you don't have any interest. This is spirits. Like, what are you gonna do? They're when you die, like, they're not gonna have interest. So you have support. This is you getting psychically attacked, remember, with the telepathy, but Cleopatra's got you. She's aiding you through this, okay? This is especially if you need money too. Like, you have that too. Just keep that in mind. This can also mean that you're working with someone who can help you, but they feel stuck. Like, they don't want to ask you for help. They want you to ask for help first. Or this could be you, but I think this is you. And it's like they want you to ask first because they feel like it's not their place to offer you help, but they see you need some help. And not like you have mental problems, but they just see that they can help you out. They want to hook you up. It's someone that wants to help you out, not like someone that sees like you need their help or anything like that. Esther Ethereal. Got you, Empress. Esther, we got the Ten of Swords, end of a difficult situation. If you've been dealing with any conflicts, any negativity, any difficult like experiences, it's over. This may be simulated as the end or defeat, and you may go through an ego blow, but trust me, I feel like you're just taking one for the team more than anything. And it's nothing that you won't get a huge comeback from, okay? So don't really take it too serious. But the Ten of Swords is like definitive death, an end to a chaotic situation. Zach Lantz, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Zach, we got justice. Justice is on your side. And I sense you are more a conduit of justice to put people in integrity with their actions. So it's like, you may not even be aware of this, but because you're walking right in your life, other people have to be put in check. Whereas other people aren't right with the law. And it's not like you're trying to enforce this too. It's like, you might just wear your seatbelt when you're driving, and then someone looks at you and it's like, oh, I gotta put my seatbelt on too. So it's like you're literally being real. Okay, are we doing super chats for readings, Young Esoteric? Please look at the description box below for instructions. But yeah, this justice card is going to really have you set things straight in your relationships with everybody during this period. Allison Hope. Allison Hope, we got the King of Swords. You're going to be dealing with a very intelligent mastermind that wants to get in your head. And I feel like this could be a teacher what this is it's your higher self. It's your higher self manifesting an aspect of itself through a masculine figure who mentors you or could even antagonize you. But the whole purpose is to rework synapses and thought processes in your mind to help you think outside the box and to help you think a lot more intelligently. So be very mindful of the conversations you're having with certain people. It doesn't have to be one male figure. It could be all the male figures in your life. You will know the signature. Like you will know when it's your higher self and when it's just them speaking, because it's going to bring some energy and it's meant to stimulate your mind. And it's you. It's just you in male form in a higher reality that manifests itself through the male species, but it's you. Okay, so it's going to be like you're playing mind games with yourself, and it's going to be amazing. You're going to have like riveting conversations that just kind of force you to kind of think bigger. Okay, so really awesome. Siobhan, the goddess queen. Let me make sure. I don't think that's all. Siobhan, the goddess queen, mother of 10, Dennis, and I got you. Let's see what we got. Ooh, 2 cards came out for you. We got the Strength and the Devil card. Ooh, okay, you definitely got that goddess mojo going on. So I love this combo. Strength and the Devil card is a sex addict. It's a freak. Okay, just letting you know. It's someone who is very sexual, but likes to have fun with their sexuality. So I don't see, it doesn't have to manifest as a sexual problem. I think this is you actually embracing the darker aspects of your sex life, especially if that's what you've been wanting. So this is going to come in. You want to make sure that the integrity of the strength holds at bay the devil, because the devil can take over and you can just have too much sex, but you want to balance both. Neither are good or bad, okay? Or neither is really bad. And we also have freedom. Yeah, the freedom to express yourself sexually without judgment, because you're changing the game concerning this too. It's very, very powerful goddess cards too. Okay, this wasn't even supposed to come out. So it was really just going to be strength and the freedom to follow your passions. But I feel like the devil card is this taboo sense of sexuality where it's like, oh, you're not supposed to walk around with no clothes on. And it's like, so what? I'm gonna do it anyway. And I'm free this way. And I don't care if it's taboo. This is my expression. And not in a thirsty way that some people do on social media. This is a more authentic way. Like, you're really expressing yourself. Like, this is just how you are. And instead of it's you're not doing it for validation or to seek approval from anybody. You're just naturally that confident. And you're gonna inspire the people to do the same thing. So Sharon Andrea, let's see what we got. Lilith and Taurus, nice. William Bowen, the next step is to make a plan, believe in yourself. What are you currently working on? Work harder at that. That is the next step. If you're not working on anything, find something to work on and let that project be yourself. Sharon, we have the Four Wands, celebration, and the world. We just gonna do this. We got Four Wands in the world. So this is more special. This is a culmination. It's a legacy. It's a celebration of a legacy. You have been a lot of people's mothers, and this is you being recognized at a galactic level. And it's results for all the spiritual karmic work that you've put in. Once again, take charge of the situation too. I don't know why I feel like I pulled this for you earlier, even though it might have been for someone else. And I'm so glad it was on point, Siobhan. Yes, Libra, that makes sense. So yeah, Siobhan, Sharon, this is a very powerful festive energy, but it's like a cosmic graduation. The vision I'm getting is that you've completed your universal lesson. So it's like the masters of the universe are celebrating you and uplifting you out of your situation because your work is like done. You finished like a 35-year work. So that's what I meant by culmination. Like, it's not just a celebration, it's like legacy. Okay. Jacob Powers, I desireth for a card to be pulled for me, my good sir. The ritual was quite, as the kids would say, very lit. Thank you, Jacob. It was very lit indeed. But that's just how we do things here at the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe. It's impossible for us to be whack or lame in any type of way. So anyone who says that is a filthy liar. Anyone who says that we're weird or we're lame or we're strange, they're just not gang. You know what I mean? And we have the Hierophant. Jacob, this is actually really lit. Because you're stepping into this teacher position. And it's like you have amassed so much knowledge from mentors. You have your own life experience with which you can now begin to ordain and teach officially. The Hierophant is still saying do things by the book, but I see you as a Hierophant. And chances are you're probably progressed Taurus Sun. So you're stepping into your producer initiation. And this is the message I get here is you stepping more into ways you can teach people what you do. And to kind of come into that online class and schooling bag. Okay. Mahala G. Hala. Mahala G, we got the King of Swords for you. So Mahala, not gonna lie, you're gonna have to be that guy. You can be a woman, that's cool. You're gonna have to be that guy though. You're gonna have to be that guy who knows it all. The one who's like, you're wrong. Let me tell you the truth. Because Mahala, I feel like there's so many people around you. Yep. There's so many people around you who are blindfolded and you're just going to cut their blindfolds. So there's going to be so many people saying lies around you. You're going to have to correct them. And it's not like you have to go out of your way to correct them, but just fact check people. Fact checking I see is more of a Virgo thing, but it's like people are going to come into a lot of knowledge from you by you just expressing the truth. But I feel like you let them know, just like Peace Pimp said, because you're going to have to listen. Like, you're just going to be hearing people saying all sorts of disinformation, lies, like more than usual. And you're just going to have to let people know. Amen, Jacob. I hope that is very accurate for you, Mahala, because okay, thank you. Because like you're a special type of genius. Like you have crystallized mastery of certain concepts. You're getting ready to like write books or like really manifest this concretely, and you know you're gonna really evidence this by just putting people in their place. Really, Peace Pimp channeled message for Gabriella. Got you. Let them know while standing in your knowing. Gabriella, you honestly could just go to the store and run into the love of your life. Boom, you're married. I don't want to promise that. It might be more of like a sex thing than like a marriage thing. But the Wheel of Fortune is saying push your luck. It's saying that your life is about to change for the better. You won the lot. Congratulations, you just won the lottery. That whenever you see the Wheel of Fortune, you want to think of it like that. Like something is about to just change over the next couple of days serendipitously. A lot of major arcana tonight. You're very right, Betty. Very interesting. So yeah, congratulations. This is evolution. You're evolving and expanding to the next level, but it's the sense of luck that's going to take you over. So you're domino for the next 2 weeks. Push that luck. Jules Kane, what's up, bro? Let's see what we got for you. Definitely picking up that you're going to sponsor a lot of South Node realizations for people. So you're going to be bringing people back home for like the next month. You're bringing people back home to themselves. There, as if there's an aspect of people they forgot about themselves because they're so busy developing a new level of themselves. They forgot something. You're going to remind people, and it's just going to complete them. Like, oh, people who forgot who they used to be, you're going to subtly remind them. And we got the Hierophant, Big Papa Hierophant. So this is you. This is very much so verbatim the message I got for Jacob, but you're at the higher level here. The wisdom of God flows through you very powerfully, Jules. So God is going to be like speaking through you to people's hearts more so than ever. There's hardcore doctrine that you're going to be teaching people with your actions. And I see the vision of you as like a pastor preaching to people, but just through regular conversations. You're not like in a church, but people are saying hallelujah to what you're teaching them. So that's really what's up. Whereas I feel like Jacob is more teaching. Jules, you're straight up more like orthodoxy, like really sharing principles of life that you're also going to be using as building blocks to really, you know, guide communities forward. And April Howell, what do I need to be the most aware of at this time? Great question. Come on, guys. Do you think this is a coincidence? Do you think that, see, I was only supposed to pull one card. 2 cards came out. And we got, you need to be aware, April, that you are super magic. You need to believe in yourself more than ever. You need to be aware that you have serious talents and skills that need to be utilized on a daily basis. What are your skills? What are your talents? You're really good at more than one thing. You need to utilize them daily because they're going to make you money yesterday. You're a super magic. Like you can manifest like this. Whoosh. You need to know everything you need to know starts with you. What are you manifest? Like, if you want to manifest something, you can make it happen within less than 48 hours. That's what you need to know, because I don't think you've been treating yourself like that. I think you've been treating yourself like you're some half-rate, second-rate magician when you are the real deal. Okay, so you know. Okay, Emanuela de la Guardia. Really amazing, April. Thank you. I feel like I got to share that magic because of you. So amazing. Okay. Emanuela, we have the Five of Wands. You want to step into competitive situations because, no problem, Leah. Thank you. Young Esoteric, when it comes to work, when it comes to passion, jump into competitive situations. So if you are a freelance writer and there are people who are competing over who writes the project, jump into that because you're going to stand out. If you were in like a performance battle and there were all sorts of amazing rappers, jump into that performance battle because even if you don't win, one of the judges will be like, I like that one. Yeah, you didn't win, but Young Esoteric, I see you. Like, thank you for jumping into the competition because you stood out. A freelance writer, I rap. Come on now. So like, you're very talented. So in order for people to see how talented you are, they need to see you against the competition. They need to see how much better you are than competition. Because if they were to just see you, they'd be like, you're all right. But when they see you compared to others, it's going to give them a truer understanding. And, go get them, all right? Christian Garcia, just out of curiosity, what is coming towards me? Aries moon, that's what's up. Christian Garcia, we have Five of Wands that came out again. So brainstorming. And work your magic. Work your magic, my friend. So it's interesting. You asked what's coming to you, but if anything, there's a clash of personalities, and I'm gonna pull another card. But working your magic through this, okay, through whatever challenge comes. But I almost feel like an aspect of you is coming to you. So we have the Temperance. Peace Pip, go to my website, thepeacedealer.com. You can book a personal reading there. If you get my tarot report, my snapshot report, or my career tarot, that's $30. Use Champion, you'll get it $10 off. But I do recommend getting a consultation or an astro report. So we do have angelic support coming to you. We have good management, peace, and balance in your life coming to you. But to get to there, you got to work your magic through it. Utilize that good management, and you'll be Gucci. Okay, so thank you guys so very much. I'm going to end this stream. And as I end this stream, this ritual we did is going to activate. You guys stay blessed as always. Thank you so much for believing in me and for enabling this work I do. I love it very much so. And until next time, thank you, Joy. Love you too. Peace.